Hello, my friends. I am doing an update thing. I have no structure for this whatsoever. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, so I'm just going to update because that's what it is as I go along. And I have Zuko here for your visual entertainment because he's much more exciting to look at than my face. And my cat is right there, but you can't see her, but she's cute. Actually, she's here for moral support. So that's good. Okay. So, I have moved. I am now in Falls Church, Virginia, which is a very crazy place. It's a really huge culture shock because I'm from Blair, Nebraska, and it's kind of a conservative, small-minded town. You guys know that, especially compared to a place like Falls Church. And, I don't know, it's weird, like, I did not like Blair all that much, but I do miss it, because, I don't know, it's just such a huge change, and so much has happened, and this new high school that I'm going at is, it's called George Mason High School. It is not even close to what Blair was, which is crazy, except in a few regards it's better, but, like, at Blair, you guys thought that the lunches were, like, horrible and awful and just, bad school lunches. Well, here, it's somehow worse. Like, a lot worse. Like, you pay, and I'm pretty sure it's a good amount that you have to pay, and they give you, like, 2 things, and they don't even, like, I'm still kind of new to it, so I don't know, like, what things cost extra and what doesn't, but basically, they give you almost nothing. You have, like, no options, and you get very little food, even if you take, like, all you can get. It's crazy. Like, I'm always hungry when I get home from school, so I think I might start packing lunches. So, that's that. The lockers also are somehow smaller. How? So, some of them are so some of them are bigger. It's weird. They have, like, halls where they're different, but like, you don't specify, it's a big chance whether or not you get a good or small locker. But they have, like, these really tall, skinny ones, like we have at Blair, but they don't have a top compartment. You just have the skinny locker, and that's how it's smaller, because, like, how are you gonna fit everything in there? Like, I needed the top compartment at Blair, But, yeah, so I don't even use my locker, because they do let us carry our backpacks around to class, which is a big help, because they also issue us laptops, so we have MacBooks, and they're pretty interesting. It's pretty good to have. They're brand new this year, which was a treat. And, I'm a senior, so I only get mine for 1 year, but that's fine. I already have a laptop. So, yeah, it's interesting. So we all, like, carry our laptops around, our backpacks. No one's concerned about someone carrying drugs or a gun in their backpack because, I don't know, they're normal people here. I don't understand why it's such a big issue at Blair, but here, yes, they do let us carry our backpacks around. And yes, the school is totally fine. Nothing has happened and the students are happy. Although, okay, so this school is a lot bigger than Blair and we have 5-minute passing periods, which is crazy. There's only, like, one time I need to worry about it because, like, for all my other classes, I have, like, something in between, like lunch or a study hall for some lucky reason, which is really cool. I have 3 classes a day because the block scheduling is weird. So you have 4 classes every day, but one of them is the same every day. So I managed to get a study hall as a class, and so I have study hall for my same class, if that makes any sense, but then the others alternate. So it's easy for me, but other people aren't so lucky, it's just confusing for them. So, like, if I had gotten unlucky, I would have to take chemistry every day, and I would have study hall one day. It's weird. I heard that people were talking about that once in Blair and wanting to do it. I think it's confusing. I think it's weird, and I kind of miss Blair block scheduling. But it is nice having a study hall. They don't let us have senior release. It's just not an option, unfortunately. So, like, during my study hall, I have to stay on campus, unfortunately. The seniors have their own alcove. Like, they have an entire hallway with a couple benches, like, kind of decked off, and then they have, like, windows, and there's a senior courtyard. So, like, we have an entire courtyard outside, like, in the middle of the school dedicated to the seniors, and it's actually really nice. There's a junior courtyard too, but that one is not nearly as good. So that's usually where I hang out during lunch and sometimes during Mustang block. So Mustang block is like AEP, and it's the same time as AEP every day, but in the same length, except you don't have a homeroom. I think the freshmen have homeroom teachers, but the other classes don't. And so you can literally just wander the school and talk to teachers and everything. You don't have a designated place to go. So, like, if you're a junior or the senior, you can go to, like, a junior or senior alcove or courtyard. If you're a sophomore, I don't know, you're just kind of forgotten about, I guess. I mean, that's just kind of, unfortunately, the thing. Like, no one ever talks about the sophomores. I don't know where they go during Mustang block. Maybe, like, the library? But, yeah, so that's what we do. The teachers aren't as strict here, and we don't officially have a school cell phone policy. However, the teachers that I have are all like, no phones in class ever, or you get immediately sniped. So, I don't know, I just guess I'll die. There's like a couple teachers that make us park our phones at the beginning of class. Like, one teacher at Blair made us do that, but that was only during tests. And I don't know, like every morning I walk into chemistry and I have to put my phone in the thing. Then I have to do that during English too, on my alternating day. I have 2 other classes with the same teacher where if I pull up my phone and he sees it, then I get it immediately taken away. Which is the same, as it is in Blair, but teachers in Blair are getting better at letting us live, perhaps. Especially since, we're seniors. And seniors here do get a lot of privileges, which is really nice. Especially, being the new kid, it's nice not hating yourself every day. So that is a thing. We have, like, a senior parking lot and, like, a junior parking lot, and sophomores and freshmen are just kind of screwed. But to park in the senior or junior lot, you have to buy a parking pass, which is a good idea, except right here, it's ridiculously expensive. You have to pay $250 to get a parking spot for the whole year, but you do get your own spot, and they're numbered, and you park in it every day, and if someone takes it from you one day, like, you can literally report them to the office. So that's cool. I don't have a parking spot because I can't really use my car anymore because my parents both have cars. So, yeah, my car is basically not mine anymore. And also, I had to take the bus. So, back to elementary school, I guess. Hey, Zuko. So, that's kind of cool. I think that would be pretty cool for Blair to do. Because, like, parking is really hard to find, and if you're the kid that wakes up really late one morning and, like, finding a parking spot in, like, Overflow or the sports complex is, like, make or break you being late to class, you should have a spot. You should be able to get to it and, get there. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. They're doing this thing where, like, if you buy a yearbook within, like, the first, 2 weeks of school, your name is put into, like, a raffle for a free parking spot. So that's pretty cool. Like, it could save you $250 potentially. I'm considering maybe doing that, and I might just sell it to someone else because I don't use it. Or I could actually use it. I don't know. We'll see. The biggest thing here, though, that I'm not happy about is the drama club. And in saying that, there is actually no drama club. They have, like, a drama class, and they do 2 productions a year. They do the fall musical and the spring play. But they don't actually have a club. They don't do thespian points. They don't go to thespian conventions. They don't have the cool community and the meetings and the events. They just do the 2 productions a year. And I actually spoke to the theater teacher about it, and he told me that there was simply not enough time to do a drama club because they run 2 productions a year. 2 whole productions a year. Like, wow, buddy. I ran 4 productions a year back at Blair, and we were fine. And it was hectic, but, I mean, it was fine. It was fun. We have people that dedicate, most of their high school lives to the drama club, because it's what they love to do. And you can find people like that anywhere. And I'm kind of disappointed that I got shot down, because they keep encouraging students to start clubs. Like, there's a ton of clubs. They have a model United Nations here, which is pretty cool. They like meet every, I don't know when they meet, but there's one point in the year where they go, I think, to another country together, and they do like a mock United Nations thing. So that's kind of cool. I was considering doing it, but I don't know. I don't think I will, because I might just focus on drama. The musical this year is Spam-A-Lot, which is basically, it's kind of based off of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the movie, so you guys all know that. So it's kind of fun, but again, I don't sing, so I won't be auditioning. I might do tech. We'll see. Maybe I'll paint the set. They don't get any money from the school whatsoever, and so they have to make all of their costumes. They can't even rent them. I don't even think they fundraise, so yeah, they can't like rent costumes apparently. So that's kind of strange, and I feel bad for them. But I don't know, the arts kind of stick up for themselves here. Like there was like, the principal came into like a band class the other day and was telling them that like, hey, pep band, you have to stay for the entire football game to support the football team, and you can't leave at halftime. And one of the students just said, well, I'd like to see the football team come and support, you know, the drama productions and our band concerts. And there was an uproar, and all the arts kids have been happy for like a week. And I think the football team actually agreed. So they're going to come as a team to the musical, I think. So that's good. You guys should do that. Although people like the musical at Blair. They actually care about it. I would love to go to it, but unfortunately I'm all the way out in Virginia. So that's exciting. Also, what I think is really cool is I am in an IB theater class, which stands for International Baccalaureate, which is, it's basically just like honors theater, but there's like international standards that you have to follow for the class, and you like get graded online and all that jazz. But 2 years ago, the IB theater class did this thing called Invisible Theater, which is basically where like you have some people and you write a script and you create a scene, but you go out in real life and do it. Like they went out in the halls of the school during Mustang Block. By the way, it's called Mustang Block because we're the Mustangs, that's our mascot. And so they would have this conversation scripted out, or like have like a real argument, and the purpose of Invisible Theater is to get someone else who's not a part of the play or of the like little script you write to intervene. And it worked, and they did it, and they got like reactions out of people. The hard thing about it is you can't tell anyone that like that it's invisible theater, otherwise they don't like get the experience out of it. So you have to keep it like quiet before you do it, and then after you do it, you can't be like, oh, haha, yeah, that was invisible theater. You got to keep acting because like, yeah. So it's really cool. I think we might do something like that again this year because we chose to do Theater of the Oppressed for our unit as a class, which is like this Brazilian theater tradition, like started by Augusto Boal, and I'm not going to do a history lesson here, but it's just interesting, and Invisible Theater is part of Theater of the Oppressed, and I think it'd be cool if you looked it up because it's exciting. There's like newspaper theater, forum theater, image theater. There's some things that are like part of that we might be doing. We do like this devised project where as a theater class, we write a play ourselves, like with all of us. So we sit in like a semicircle around the room every day, and we just pitch in our ideas and our input, and we just write a play, and it's pretty cool. So that'll be what we are starting pretty soon. I don't know. The theater thing is really stressful because I don't really know anyone, and the people I do know are interesting. I'm not huge fans of them. And I don't intend on giving this to anyone at the school, so I feel like I can complain and be safe about it. One thing, a good thing that I do have to say about the school is their counseling is amazing. Blair, please do this. These counselors actually care. Like, they have this person who will meet individually with the seniors and ask them what they want to do, like what colleges they want to go to, if they even want to go to college, and he helps them. He tells them how to fill out the Common App, how to get, like, there's like this parent like brag sheet you fill out, how to get like performance like reviews and letters of recommendation from teachers. Like, he just sent me an email. I didn't even know him. I didn't know it was a thing. And he's like, meet me in this room, and I got lost a couple times trying to find the room, but I found the room, and it was a fantastic meeting. These people care. And then my actual counselor, like, cares. And they're not just, like, trying to push everyone through high school and being like, oh, go to UNO, or like, go to Nova. Like, they're not trying to do that. They actually care. They want you to, like, to do great. And these kids, like, all around me are already getting accepted into, like, the colleges of their dreams because the counseling here is so amazing. It's fantastic. And also at this school, I think, like, about 20% of students are, like, State Department students, which means they come from all over the country. All over the world. And so I have, like, a friend from Kazakhstan. I have a couple friends from Japan that I've met. I don't even think I've, like, become friends with anyone who's been in Falls Church their whole life, because there's almost no one in Falls Church who has been in Falls Church their whole life. These people mostly have moved from overseas, which is really cool, and it's kind of interesting because I am the exotic one, because I'm from Nebraska, and so, like, everyone's like, oh, where are you from? Like, expecting me to be from a different country. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm from Nebraska. They're like, Nebraska? What's that? And I'm like, okay, that's understandable. It exists. I'm sorry. Yeah, people aren't, like, as nice here most of the time. That's a generalization, but life is a lot more fast-paced and aggressive, and people are pursuing their careers, and they don't stay in a small farm and stay in the town their whole life. They move on, they do great things. It's a constant cycling. So the country thing is really cool, because, like, most of the new students are from overseas. I remember the day I came to student orientation with, like, all the new kids. They're like, can you raise your hand if you're from overseas? And I was, like, the only one who didn't raise my hand. And I was like, okay, I don't know how to feel about this. So that's interesting. Hi, Zuko. What's up? And I know I've been talking a lot, but I have a lot to say. So, yeah, I've had some pretty rough days lately. Hey. And I've been asked by my parents if I actually want to go back to Blair. Like, they actually asked me, do you want to go back to Blair? And they gave me the opportunity. And I have told them no, because I already left. I said my goodbyes, I did everything. I had, like, a pre-grad party, because, wasn't going to be coming back. And also, it would be just a huge hassle to do all this over, but I do miss Blair. I don't really like the school. The counseling is good, and I feel like it might be, better for my career in the long run. But it's just a huge change. It's a lot to take in, it's a lot to handle, and I obviously miss all my friends, because now all of my friends are online friends, so yay! So I'm always available to talk, always available to do things, and maybe hang out eventually. I'm gonna see when I can fly back. I think I'm definitely coming home for Christmas, and then graduation. I will be there for your graduation. I will be there. So that's settled. That's good. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. So if you have any more questions for me, then just let me know. This is probably not the first I'm going to do of these, and I probably have a lot to say that I completely forgot to talk about, but I just went on a rant and a ramble, so that's good, and that's fun. And I don't know if I'll put any cuts in this, because I'm really lazy and don't like to edit videos, so exciting! Alright, I will see you all later, maybe, well, in December, hopefully, and I hope you're interested enough in my life to watch this whole video. If not, that's totally fine, I understand. I'm looking at the timestamp, it's insanely long. So, thank you for being supportive, for watching, and just for being great friends in general. Keep living your amazing lives, go to amazing colleges, and yeah, see ya.